We get to the main event with Cyril Gane and Tai Tuivasa, which was a crazy fight, really. Initially going into the fight, I thought Cyril Gane would win via decision. I thought he'd just outpoint him in his I think it's his hometown. He's definitely, obviously, I'm pretty sure Cyril Gane's from Paris, but I'm not sure entirely. But definitely, though, he's obviously French and had the home crowd all backing him. And I think he said beforehand that he wanted the finish against Tai Tuivasa. And I did partially think that maybe he could get it done. He's from I'm not even going to try and pronounce where Cyril Gane is from, the La Roche-sur-Yon or some. It's a bad pronunciation, but point is, he's in France, Cyril Gane, so obviously he wants to get the finish. He really wants to stamp it down. I thought he could get it if maybe Tuivasa tired out, but the way Cyril Gane fought in his fight, it was brilliant. I felt like Tuivasa probably did better. I won't say did better. Like, if you look at the first 3 rounds or first 2, I should say, actually, no, yeah, I would say maybe, depends where you view it. But first 2 rounds of Ngannou and Gane. Ngannou was able to pick Ngannou off at range. And Ngannou, because he's so powerful, you kind of a little bit like on your edge. But yeah, I felt Cyril Gane did brilliantly, though. In the first round, he just picking it up at range. The T kicks, the leg kicks. Tuivasa was landing some solid leg kicks. Is powerful, Tuivasa. Some shots here and there, but nothing really in the first. That was it. He likes those lead leg kicks, Tuivasa. Obviously slows his opponent down, which is easier for him to then land those big haymakers. But nothing really that bothered Cyril Gane in the first round. He never had much difficulty. It was pretty much just a vintage Cyril Gane performance in the first round. And then the second round is where it all went off. So it starts off with, Cyril Gane's doing a similar thing. He's picking him apart at range. Doesn't really seem like there's much trouble. He's popping him with a jab a lot. And again, those lead leg kicks are doing a lot of good for Cyril Gane. And Tuivasa is sort of getting closer. He kind of has Cyril on the back foot a lot, but Cyril Gane naturally fights off the back foot anyway. He likes to sort of, a little bit like Whittaker, likes to pick you apart at range and make you look silly. He obviously loves those teep kicks especially. And personally, at this point I kind of thought Cyril Gane was cruising almost. Not cruising, but he was getting at picking him apart, making him look foolish. And it looked like, making him look foolish is a bit harsh. He was just, because he's just so long and so skilled, and he moves like a bantamweight almost, Cyril Gane. He's just hard to really get a hold of. So I thought it was a brilliant performance up until that point. And that was until Cyril Gane's somewhat backed up against the cage on the back foot, doing what he does. And then Tuivasa lands a right hand just over the guard of Cyril Gane. And I thought he knocked him out cold, to be honest. It looked like he was absolutely gone. Tuivasa was trying to land the ground and pound, and Cyril Gane spot almost went for the takedown against him when he was hurt. But honestly, Cyril Gane was in all kinds of trouble. And Ngannou couldn't land that shot. And I know you're going to be looking for it for Ngannou, but Tuivasa ain't no slouch. He's very powerful. And Cyril Gane was all over the place. His legs were gone. But then, in the same round, Cyril Gane lands those body shots, those teep kicks up the middle, and just kept spamming the body, essentially. And Tuivasa, those people who aren't exactly body beautiful, who have a bit of fat on them, you give them a few body shots, and especially in MMA where you can land the teep kicks, and they are really going to feel it. And yeah, it really, you could see, Tuivasa couldn't even hide it. It really hurt him badly. Those teep kicks especially, you could feel it. And he landed it over and over again, so I don't know how many he landed. Also cut Tuivasa up to the eye, and it was brutal to watch. And Tuivasa, to his credit, he's a warrior. He's hung in there for a long time. And at the end of the second, I still felt Gane was hurt. His legs weren't completely there, but Tuivasa still you could see he was also, they're both in trouble. But I felt like the way that Cyril Gane was picking him at the body, it kind of felt like a matter of time that he was going to get the finish. He was also jabbing him a lot to that eye, which was cut up, which helped. And it was a crazy round. Then third round, he did exactly the same thing. Cyril Gane, he kept kneeing him, teep him to the body. Those teep kicks to the body absolutely just made Tuivasa wince so many times. He landed a few body kicks as well as just the teep kicks. And yeah, Tuivasa was just seriously in trouble. Obviously, he was looking for those big shots. And there's one moment where he almost like faked to go to the body, Sorogan, and then he landed like a head kick up top, which I think Tuivasa, I don't know if he wobbled, but I don't know if he fake wobbled or he actually was hurt. And it a little bit happened against Greg Hardy where he looked like he was wobbled and then he came in with the shot. I don't know if that's what he was trying to do, but yeah, those teep kicks were just hurting him, and you could see he was grimacing on the face. It really, really messed him up. And yeah, eventually, again, like I kind of felt like it was inevitable at that point. Sorogan was going to get him out of there, and those teeps were hurting him. He was, again, landing up top. Tuivasa, again, he kept coming forward and he kept trying, but I just think that when you got a guy who has so many weapons as Sorogan does, he can pick you apart, body, head, leg, anywhere. And when you have a guy like that, especially a heavyweight, it is a real, just nightmare, to be honest. And in the end, obviously, Tuivasa came in, tried to land that big right hand on Sorogan, that big left hook, but then Soro just sort of caught him coming in with the, I think it was a bit of a check hook or something, and it just wobbled him completely. And after getting beat up to the body, he was getting, legs were getting kicked, you can see he was all over the place. And Sorogan did land a few shots to him. There was one sort of at the back of the head, but it didn't really make much of a difference because then he landed a left hand that just floored tired Tuivasa, and then he finished him with the ground and pound. But man, respect to Tuivasa, though, he's an absolute beast and an amazing fight, and exactly what you want to see in these fight nights, and especially in a big city like Paris. So great performance. So Sorogan, I'd like to see him next maybe fight against Curtis Blades. I'd love to see him and John Jones. I think that would be such an interesting stylistic matchup, but I don't think that will happen. I think Jones will have a fight on Garner and Miocic or something like that. So I think Curtis Blades next for Garner. Then who knows? Maybe then you fight Stipe, and then maybe you can get back in with Ngannou if he's still the champ. But yeah, I think Sorogan is elite, one of the best. Honestly, it's gonna sound mad. Like I think he could be like go down as the greatest heavyweight in MMA history. The way he moves is just crazy, and you have to do what Tuivasa does and just knock him out clean. And Ngannou kind of surprised him, and I think his takedown defense could be better. And I think that's something he'll obviously work on in the if they fight again, but or even fight in general, because Curtis Blades, who fights him, will do that to him. Or maybe Tom Aspinall for Sorogan, but I think Aspinall needs another win because obviously he has the injury, and you have to wait to see when he comes back. And I think for Sorogan, you don't want to ice him, so keep him active. And yeah, I think Curtis Blades would be a good fight for him. So yeah, that would be the one I'd want next for him. And for Tuivasa, still a fan favourite, still people love. He just fought a better fighter, but damn near almost knocked him out. He was like, what? One more clean shot from, I think, knocking him out completely. So nothing to be ashamed of. Tuivasa did amazing. And yeah, I'd like to see Tuivasa fight. I think there's a few interesting matchups. Obviously, he fought Derek Lewis already. For the heavyweight, it's a bit of a stat thing. I think if you can get him on another big pay-per-view, and I don't know. I mean, I think possibly him maybe versus maybe a Rosenstrike, or maybe a Volkov could be an interesting matchup, because these are the only fights that I can really think of. I know he's obviously with Tuivasa, he's knocked out a lot of these guys. I think Volkov actually said he wanted to fight the winner of Sorogan and Tuivasa, but I just don't think that will happen because Sorogan's already beat him. And I think with Tuivasa, it's a good fight, big name. I think Tuivasa would beat Volkov. I think he's too powerful, and I also think he's very, very skilled. It's not something you see. He's like a Derek Lewis, but just a bit more skilled version of him and a bit more reserved. So yeah, I'd love to see that. But yeah, a great card though, and an exciting night of fights in the world of MMA, mixed martial arts. Obviously, we've got Chimaev and Nate Diaz coming up. I'll do a preview for that. But yeah, just my quick review of UFC Paris. And yeah, until next time.